The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? Check out Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're having a beautiful day out there. So today's video is a very interesting video and we need to talk about it. So it's about stepfather, stepkid situation. So this black man came on the internet to rant about his stepdaughter relationship. So this is what is happening. This man came to talk about how he has raised his stepdaughter for the past 10 years, how he sent her to school, how now she's getting married, he's paying for the wedding, and now she has decided to pick our biological father to walk her down the aisle, and he's kind of feeling very sour about this. I need you guys to hear his entire story because he had a whole story explaining the entire situation. So yeah, the story, then we'll come back and talk.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you. I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they can have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people. And you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people was a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she gonna say if any of the people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there? Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up, my stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? You know what, cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding. What? The wedding that I'm paying for, in my house, the daddy don't do nothing for you, is giving you away? Oh, and they were just so happy and smiling. Oh, yay, great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly. So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, you know, I owe the groom and the bride a deep debt of gratitude because they have opened my eyes tonight. Oh, everybody at the table was just smiling. They have let me know that my position in this family is not what I thought it was. Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. it done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather or, the head of the family that I thought I was, the loved one that would be seeked out in times of need. Nah. I realized I'm an ATM. Yeah. So, since I have been replaced as host of the wedding, I shall be giving my financial duties to the new host. And I will back out monetarily. Yeah. Yep. Now, after the announcement, a whole lot of snickering was going on around the table, right? A lot of mumbling, but they didn't say anything to me. Nobody addressed me now. Now, later that night, tell me why my girlfriend gonna come to me talking about how I'm ruining so much, how I'm ruining so much for backing out, and how her daughter ain't gonna have her dream wedding, and how her daughter ain't this and that. Okay, well, it's apparent that I'm not family in this family. So the family should take care of it, right? That's my stepdaughter. I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend. I just happen to be around her for the last 10 years. But tell me why the next day, my girlfriend trying to show me how much I'm ruined, right? She takes me to where they planning the wedding, and the wedding planner showed me, all the things they got going down, everything they got set up. I look at the venue. They got some father-daughter dances, right? 3 songs. All of them cater to her real dad, not me. I looked at the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to in it. I just started laughing. Like, they want me to pay for this? His name on it, not mine. His songs, not mine. The food, I can't eat the food. And the 20 people out of 250 that I wanted, they can't even come in my house? Wow. Okay. It's wild, man. So I went on ahead and let her know I will not be there, and neither will my money. Yeah. And they will no longer be at my house either. And you will no longer be at my house or your daughter. Because, yeah, I'm not family. I'm not even important enough to be put up on the brochure. It's crazy, man. Yeah.
So let me know your thought about all what he said down in the comment section. Love to know your thought on this entire story. Go ahead and drop your thought down in the comment section. Okay. This got a lot of people talking. A lot of people were giving their opinion, giving their thought if it's a as or not, if he's just being bitter or not, if it's normal for his stepdaughter to pick a biological father over him. So let's go hear what other people have to say. Then I'll come back and share my own thought. But you go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section.
A-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle.
Yeah. At this point, I'm going to ask you to pause, go watch this whole video, and then come back. There's way too much for me to try and unpack in a minute. Are you back? Okay, good. Sir, you made the choice to be with this woman for 10 years and to help raise and provide for that little girl. And on a day that is about her and her husband and their nuptials, you made it about you. You made it about how you were disrespected. That is her biological father. There's always going to be a connection there that you are never going to fill. But here's the funny thing. I have a stepdad who now I just call dad. And it took me damn near 20 years to get there. And I don't know if you have any kids of your own, but if you did, I think you might have a different perspective. It's not about you. It's about making her happy if you really love her.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle.
They played in that man's face. He did all that stuff. They didn't put him on the invite, ignored his everything. Like, nah, he did right. That's more bull what they did to this guy. Listen to the whole story. Then come back and talk to me.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle.
Hey, brother, I listened to this whole sad incident that happened to you. But before I give my opinion or input, I'd like to tell you a little story. A lot of men, including myself, make the mistake that once you have put a roof over your family's head, once you have put clothes in their back, food in their stomachs, you've done your job. Unfortunately, that is just 10% of any relationship. And once you can't provide that, then you feel inadequate, and then you might even get rejection to the extent of separation or divorce. And this is not just a clear case of blood is thicker than water. You see, as much as you're contributing financially to this whole wedding, the bond between a child and a father, you can't break that. Whatever relationship the child has with the father in particular, one can never break, and that's just the bond. Whether the father is deadbeat and not contributing financially to their child, but now how your stepdaughter and her mother went about doing this is wrong, and that's kind of cunning, given the fact that you've done so much financially for them. They wrong you there very badly, and that's where I sympathize with your sadness. A lot of givers give and seek attention or recognition. We see it all the time on social media, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing. At the end of the day, this is your stepdaughter's day. Forget about her biological father, her mother, and you, because obviously your ego's been bruised here, and just take it a couple of notches down. And look, I don't blame you if you want to pull away, but like I said, I think your ego has been kind of took a knock here, and that's understandable. But just sit back and understand that this is not your wedding, nor her daddy's, nor her mom's. This is a special day. You guys just messing it up. The fact that you paid for all her studies and the wedding is irrelevant.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle.
This just made me hella mad. Walk completely away. That's not your girlfriend. That's a lesson learned. That's not your stepdaughter nor your daughter. That's just a lesson learned. Get with somebody that loves you for you. Make your own kids. Don't do this. Walk clean the away.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle.
No. Having that being said, y'all go back and watch this whole video. It's a little bit long, but he make the right decision at the end. It's worth watching all the way through to the end. It's worth it. He right. It don't pay to play stepfather. It does not pay. It costs, but it don't pay. That man was treated like Cinderella if Cinderella had a lot of money. Zero respect being shown, no gratitude being shown, completely getting on because he wanted to do the best for somebody who if you didn't go watch the whole thing, you should have. I hope you did. But you can see he didn't marry her mother. So he calls her his stepdaughter, but that's just his girlfriend's daughter. And he paid and paid and paid, looking out for this little girl. And she just treated him like an ATM, like he said. Don't be out here playing stepfathers, fellas. Don't pay, bro. It's going to cost you, but it don't pay, bro.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle.
Go listen to him. But to be quite honest, what I know is step parenting is hard. It's very, very, very hard, you know? And we can sit down and label kids in a certain way. But what I know about kids is that they are manipulative, they're selfish, and they're entitled. And disrespectful. Given an opportunity, they can be all of those. And if they can get away with it, they will do it openly. This is where I say, how your stepchild is treating you, it will always be a reflection of who you are dating. deep here, because the child that is not biologically yours, they automatically expect you to love them as their own, but they will always remind you that you are not my parent, regardless of is that mother effer in their life or not. Respectfully, they will always love that one who walked away, the selfish one and all of that. Kids always wish to have both their biological parents together. Whatever it is that is going on inside a child's heart in terms of their step-parent, it will always be there. But this is where the biological parent needs to step in and teach this child, Uguti, I understand that you feel this is not your real mom or your real dad, but in this house, you are going to respect them. Whatever feeling you have towards them, that is bad. Keep it to yourself and your friends out there, not in this house. Now, the problem is when the biological parent does not know how to do that, then that child will disrespect and hate you openly in the name of Mara, ya vele, kunjalo, angeke vele umuntu. No, we understand ukuthi enye nenye ingane ifuna umawayo or babawayo present. They should be together raising them. It's okay. But you, as a parent, if you allow ukuthi umntanakho abe ngaleyo ndlela, izobonakala enganini yakho, because angeka.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle.
I was a former stepchild. And what I'm going to say is no means a judgment of your character or who you are as a person, because I don't know you. I'm just trying to give you insight. I was a stepchild. My stepfather was not a nice person. Nothing you do, say, purchase will ever replace the love that she has for her father. And I'm not saying that that's what you're trying to do. At the end of the day, that's her biological father. That is her biological father. And the experiences and the moments and the situations that she shares with him are always going to be different from the moments that she shares with you. You said it yourself. Her father has not been there the way that you wanted him to be. Probably hasn't been there the way that her mother needed him to be. But for whatever reason, he provided his daughter with enough that she never lost any love for him. And it is not your place, her mother's place, my place, or anyone else to try to get her to lose any love for her father. Because there's going to be a time when he's going to be there for her in a way that nobody else can be. Don't take that from her. You've provided a wonderful life for this young lady. Don't wait till she gets to one of the most important moments of her adult life to now say that you're done. You could have been done at a birthday. You could have been done during prom. You could have been done when it was time to purchase her a car. I lived at home with my mother and my stepfather. I purchased my own vehicle. So now is not the time to say, I don't want to participate anymore. If you do that, then you have ruined every moment that you guys have ever had together. You're a father, not a dad, not a baby daddy, not a sperm donor. You're a father. And fathers don't get credit, okay? We work behind the scenes, all right? That's what we do. We work behind the scenes, let everybody else get all the applause, awards, and accolades. But we make sure that the show goes on, okay? So, you already know, and I know, and she knows. Her father's not going to be able to provide her with the wedding that she wants, the wedding that she needs, the wedding that she deserves. And being that you know that, as a man, and a man who's had a hand in raising her and being responsible, you have to make that day happen. Let her father walk her down the aisle. Let her have that special day, because that is something that nobody will ever take from her. And she will love you, I promise you, for the rest of your life for that. It takes a bigger man to be a big man.
a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle?
No, you're not an a-hole for not wanting to pay for the daughter's wedding, but the daughter's not wrong either for wanting her real father to walk her down the aisle. Y'all go watch the video for context. This is an unpopular opinion. For those of you who chose to be stepfathers or stepmoms, you got to realize no matter if you raise that child from 2 months or 2 years old all the way up into 19 and 21, well and through college, no matter if you purchased them their car, help pay for their college education, no matter what you done from them, you can't use that as leverage or bargaining chips when that child decides to incorporate their real mother or real father into whatever they choose to do, because you will always be trumped by the real father and real mother. That's just how it goes, okay? And then you can't use up everything you did, because why you did what you did is because you had love for their mother. You had love for their
Please go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section, because that's what we do here. We have conversations, so feel free share your opinion, but please, please, please do it respectfully. You don't have to disrespect anybody for you to air your opinion. So let's be respectful down in the comment section. We know how we do it here, the regulars. We know we're very respectful. We have conversation here. Okay, so yeah. So here's my own thought on the entire situation. I get where this black man is coming from. Like, I totally get where he's coming from. I feel like he feels so entitled now that he has been part of this young woman's life since over 10 years, and now she's getting married, and he has played the part of being a daddy, paying the bills, sending her to school, and now it feels like this is his own time to shine, like as a father. And I can see why it's going to be like an heartbreaking situation for him. Like, I see it, like I understand where it's coming from. But in the other case, I also understand where the stepdaughter is coming from. She has a biological father, and a biological father is alive. And I don't know what the situation with the custody and all that. Assume that over 10 years, you probably have seen this man as a father, like genuinely, and even consider his feelings, okay? So I kind of understand where she's coming from, picking her father, but at the same time, this man raised you for the past 10 years. So I feel like in some extent there should be some type of relationship bond between the two of them, for her to even consider how it feels and for them to have a conversation. And I feel like this is where both of them, and even the girlfriend, but mind you guys, this is not even his stepdaughter. Let's even get back here. This is not, he keeps calling the young lady a stepdaughter, but in reality, she's not. She's actually his girlfriend's daughter, which really is that really any obligation for his girlfriend's daughter? Because let's call it what. Because when we say stepdaughter, there's a form of relationship there. But now that she's just a girlfriend's daughter, like really, there's no father in the official tag. Like, even though he has played the role of a father, but this is where I tell people that don't overplay your role in people's life. Don't overplay your role in people's life, thinking that they're going to compensate you with some type of thing later in the future, maybe a relationship or compensation or not that. I feel like this man has overplayed his role as a boyfriend in this woman's life and her daughter's life, that he felt like he's a father now. That's why she should get married in his house and da 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 da. I don't overplay your role in people's life. When people show you who they are, take them for who they are. They've been together for 10 years, so obviously he must have seen something that could have indicated them. And this is why I said don't make excuses for people when they show their behavior. But I understand where his own anger is coming from, but he overplayed his role as a boyfriend. Yeah, I know for once we're saying that because we always say black men don't step up to the plate, and this one has stepped up to the plate, and now he's treated like this. But hey, bro, you were just a boyfriend. If she wanted you to be a stepfather to that girl, she would probably have married you. I'm talking about his girlfriend. They would have probably been married, and the girl would probably have been his official stepdaughter, and probably him and the girl's father can decided to walk her down the aisle, which I feel that is actually a good idea. Why don't the girl or the aka stepdaughter, picked both men in her life that has played a father role both biologically and financially to walk her down the aisle? So I feel like, yeah, she and her mom, especially the mom, knows exactly what she was doing, what she was playing at. And yeah, let me know your thought about this story down in the comment section. Feel free to share your own thought down in the comment section, because hey, that's what we do here. We have conversation. So go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. With that all said, guys, please, please, please share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation. Like I said, that's what we do. So share this video, please. Give this video a big thumbs up, like this video, because that helps YouTube to push out my content, and that will be you supporting this channel. So go ahead and smash this like button. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces!